Hello Drive Radio fans, Richard Rush here today with Walt McLean behind the camera. Today we're taking a look at the 2019 Toyota 86. Now this is a special edition for this year. This is the TRD SE is what it's officially called. And for those of you that look familiar, this is essentially the Scion FRS, or from Subaru, the BRZ, but obviously Scion doesn't exist anymore, so Toyota's kind of put the nameplate under them. Same car, not a whole lot of changes. So with that being said, Walt, let's give everyone a quick walk around. Again, you're gonna notice some of the striping and some of the TRD badging and some of this other stuff. Honestly, I think we've been the first ones in this, which has been fantastic. They've done a fantastic job on this car, so we'll just jump right in again. They haven't changed a whole lot from the looks in terms of when they introduced this car several years back, but this special edition package does give it a different look and a different appeal, that is for sure. So again, that is partly, or is all new for 2019. And that's really, honestly, the biggest thing is this limited edition. What you can see is the 18-inch wheels, the Brembo brake pads, Walt, and again, we normally don't do this, but on a car of this size, there's not a whole lot to show you on the interior, so I want to show you that. You get upgraded dampers, the Brembo brakes, and you also get the high-performance tires as part of this edition. So when you get inside here, Walt's going to show you this. There's dual climate control. It comes standard with the 6-speed manual, and as far as that goes, it's pretty much basic on the inside of it. You can get an automatic transmission if you want. You lose a little bit of power, tiny bit. That's about it. There's not a whole lot of safety features on here, and that's the biggest difference from other Toyota cars, is you don't get some of the adaptive cruise and that sort of things on this particular vehicle, again on the special edition. And I'll be honest, I don't want to speak to it. I'm not sure if it's available or not, but I know in years past this car's kind of been the outlier as far as those safety packages go. This does come equipped with the traction control. You can turn it on and off, as well as the track mode, which is really fun. It's got these nice sporty, I guess, the sport seats, which are really great. And it does come with the rear seat, that will fold down, which is a really nice feature. But again, you're not going to get really any full-size adults back there, just to point out. So we'll come along to the rear again. You kind of see, I like the styling. I like what they've done. You got the big dual exhaust on this model. You can see the TRD badging right there. We'll open up the trunk just so you can see it. It's relatively small. Again, it's big enough for several carry-ons, so depending on what you're going to do with this vehicle, you could do it, or if you're taking it out to track, you could probably take a spare tire in there without too much difficulty. Price on this vehicle, as it sits right here, $33,340, and that's kind of top of the line for the Toyota 86. You can get this car for right around $26,000 starting out, depending on how you configure it. Horsepower and such, I believe it's 205 horsepower, 156 pound-feet of torque. It really, I guess let me say this, at our altitude Toyota, I would love a little bit more, but I will say this, I'm not going to pine to anyone else. You can do aftermarket modifications. Not recommending that, just saying you can do that to increase the acceleration and the overall horsepower. This car's got the tuned exhaust. It sounds loud, it sounds mean. It just lacks a little bit of oomph once you get behind the wheel. However, as far as turning and the fun that you can have in this car, in just terms of taking tight mountain roads or putting it on the track, whatever it is, this is definitely a car that handles extremely well. Got a really low center of gravity. It's a blast to drive. But if you're looking for a little bit more performance, there's other vehicles on the market that have higher, but you can also take this vehicle at a base level and bump it up there. Fuel economy, 21 and 28 for an average of 24, and we've been able to average right around the 25 mark right there, so that's fairly accurate. I guess who's this car for? Honestly, pretty much anyone. Whatever, if you're looking for maybe a car to tool around on the weekend, maybe you're a performance enthusiast, you want to get a car and soup it up some way, this is definitely a vehicle for you. This is, Toyota just announced their new Supra. This is slotted obviously below that, and honestly, I think is going to continue to have a good market in that side of things. So with that being said, head to your local Toyota dealer, get yourself in it, get your friends in it, test drive this vehicle, and if you do that, let them know that John and Richard Rush from Drive Radio sent you.